Hi friends, welcome to Aishudiy. In the last video, we did a earrings herringbone weave, the flat ones with the bargain bead subscription box item, and this is just a little bit slighter, different version of the same thing. But in this, I'm going to use an 8mm bead. This was from bargain bead box December subscription. It has a gold tinge to it, so I'm using a 20 gauge gold wire. And then I am having here a 26 gauge blue colored wire. So these are colored wire. It's 26 gauge, and I'm going to use this. And then I have here an 18 gauge piece of scrap wire that I have in my stash. So this is to create a coil like this. As you can see, I have created a coil here, and let's see how to make this. And I have here some 4mm bicones, two of them. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but this is an option that you can. And pliers wise, we need all three of our basic pliers: round nose, need tweezer nose, and wire cutters, and nylon jaw pliers if you need, and a ruler. And I'm going to measure about 20 centimeters of wire right here. It's better to have more than less. So this is Benecraft band. You can use any brand you want. And I feel the para wire to be a little bit hard for this. I guess this Benecraft one comes out very nicely. So here about 3 centimeter or so, I'm just going to measure 3 centimeter here, and then I'm just going to hold on to that, and then put my bead from the other end, and bend the wire here. So I'm just again going to check. It's okay if it's a little bit more, that's good. So I'm just going to come in the back of the bead and come to the front of the bead, just like that. And I'm going to rotate it completely once, but this is going to be the back of the bead. So here you have this on the side. This is what this is going to be. So you're going to focus on doing wraps here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten this loop a little bit, and then I'm just going to come again around my bead, just like that, once, and then go back again in the front. I want this to hug my bead. Make this straight and come in the front, rotate once, and then come back again in the back, and rotate once more, and then come back in the front. Just make sure it's proper, and then rotate once more. And now what I am going to do is I'm just going to take the scrap wire and do my coil. So how I do my coil is I'm taking the scrap wire, and then I'm gonna just hold it right there just a little bit, and then start coiling. Not very tight, don't do it tightly, but fairly right next to each other, so that you don't leave a gap between your coils. I'm just going to coil this wire, and if you see a gap you can push it like that. So there we go. And then I just repeat. I don't want it to be way too tight, because I want to be able to pull this coil out of the scrap wire and add it to our earrings. So I'm just going very nice and slow, and a little bit loose and not very tight, and at the same time I'm keeping the pace so that I don't leave a lot of gap between my coils. So there is a couple of things that are tools that are used to coil wires, but you can also coil in the with a scrap of wire. So that's what I am going for in this earrings. So if you see a gap, just push it over and tighten it up. So I'm just going to do more. And then push it in. So it should be able to move. So that's our goal. So don't coil it tight. Just so that you can get the coils right next to each other. That's all our aim is. So say now I'll just see if it encompasses the bead. I think it should. I'll make a couple more coils just to make sure that I have enough to go around my bead. Push it. And then I can see a gap here, so I'm unwinding and then rewinding the wire just a little bit more. So this much is good enough. I have here about 4 centimeters, and then snip off the excess wire here, and then here also what you can do is you can take it up here and then take the short tail and coil it. Snip off the excess. And now you can easily move it from the wire. And here you have a pretty good coil. If you see a small thing, just snip it off. So that's nice like that. Now what we can do is we can add this coil to this wire that we have. It'll go nice and smooth. Here this is a scrap wire which is 18 gauge. So I did the coil in that and I am doing it on the 20 gauge. So the thing is with 18 gauge it's easier, it's a little bit big, so it's easy to take it off. And I just did, you can do the same wire too, it's totally up to you, but I did it with the 18 gauge. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. And just bring it around. I think I did the coil a little bit more, so I'm just going to remove this and then snip off a little bit. You can always reduce, but you cannot add, so it's better to have more than less. There we go. I think that's about right. So I'm just bringing it around. And then one wrap. Now I'm gonna add my bicones. So because I'm using a 20 gauge wire, the bicone will go out nicely. Then I'm coming in the back of the bicone and twisting it one more time. Then taking one more bicone, adding it to the top wire, the short tail that we have, and then going over on top of that one more time. One more wrap, then snip off the excess wire, and then tuck the tail in. This is what we have so far. All you do now is adjust this wire a little bit. Okay, not a lot, just a little bit, so that it stays out around the previous wraps. And all you need to do is bend this wire just like that, and then you just twist the end like this so that you have a hook. So now we have our matching earring. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos a couple of times a week, and it comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like, subscribe, and share my videos to your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.